What's up, you guys? It's Shaky. Welcome back to my channel. Have you ever wanted to murder your friends and your foes alike? Is your friend kidnapping you and storing you in their basement, forcing you to play the wondrous, wondrous game of Dungeons and Dragons? Well, boy, do we got a game for you. We're going over the top 5 tips for new players, or at least my top 5 tips for new players. Let's go. I don't know what transition to do, but Cam, swipe it over. Number 1, create a character that closely resembles you or emulates a part of you that you would enjoy seeing played out in a fantasy or whatever setting you have. So, for example, one thing you could do that actually I found really fun is there's a bunch of quizzes online, and you can just take a quiz and see what class you would be and then play that class. And just kind of live vicariously through your pretty little character or blood drawn character or whatever the you made. Anyways, there are a ton of stuff that you have to roll for in the beginning, like attributes, bonds, and flaws, and traits, and all that good stuff. Not to mention going through all of the classes and all of the races as well and picking which one works. So for the class, a fun thing I like to do is just take that quiz and use the class that the quiz picked for me. And then regarding traits and bonds and flaws and all of that, picking traits you already have. It makes it super easy to role play, especially if you're getting out of your comfort zone by getting into this role-playing game. Having traits that you already have makes it super easy. For example, my producer behind the camera right now, Cam, plays a character named Hippo. Boy. Hippo is obsessed with cheeseburgers, which did not exist in my world before she spoke it into existence. But that's fine. That's another video. Anyways, she made this decision because she is obsessed with hot Cheetos. So even simple characteristic traits, it was easy to put into her character and then almost exaggerate it. Obviously, she's not eating 26 bags of Cheetos every single night, but her character Hippo is God right. He is ordering 26 cheeseburgers. It's gonna be a lot of bleep in this episode. So that's just a quick, kind of silly example of how you can pick something even as simple as a food obsession and put it into your character. 2, familiarize yourself with the lingo beforehand. Obviously, you don't have to learn every single word that can be uttered in a D&D session, but at least knowing the basics of what you see on your character sheet or what your DM might ask for is a good thing to do. For example, knowing HP, you see it a lot in video games, but it equates to your hit points. Your AC is your armor class. If your DM asks for a DC save, knowing that they are asking for a difficulty check. Even knowing like what a nat 20 versus a dirty 20 is, it is very helpful. Also, it's a lot of fun just screaming nat 20, which is when you get a 20 on the die and then you get to add your modifier, compared to the dirty 20 where you get a 16 on the die but your modifier is a +4, so you get to 20 but it's a dirty 20. So knowing all of these different terms and lingos is going to save you a lot of time in the long run and just going to really get you up and going from the get-go. Please bring up a character sheet. Please don't do that to your DM. Don't show up to the first session and have literally show up with a character sheet. That's it. Show up with a character sheet.
But you don't need to have your spells picked out or anything, right?
No, you absolutely should have your. If you don't have, listen. If you don't know what spells to pick out, that's totally fine. Ask your DM, but pick them out before the first session. You know, roll your HP before the first session. It's, you know, pick your features before the first session. But yeah, familiarize yourself with the lingo. That's a good as well. Number 3, take notes. You will be your DM's favorite player if you take notes. Not only so that they can steal your notes in between sessions and read it so they don't forget, but 2, just shows that you are invested in the game and you care about what's going on. So take notes. I know, listen, I myself didn't used to be the greatest at this, but I swear when I say every detail matters, it could all come back, okay? Okay, hold on, real quick. Not everything matters, okay? When your DM clearly made up the shopkeep named Bob, that is not important. Pro tip, not need to become your favorite NPC. We don't need to keep bringing him back, you know? Because the DM probably never thought to have that character in the first place, but that's fine. But anyway, yeah, every detail can come back and can eventually matter in the end. You never know when something's going to connect to the plot line. So it's always good to have notes. If you aren't good at taking notes, which totally get, something my group does is we have a dedicated note taker. So one person in our group, she is designated as the lore master, and she is the one that writes down everything and is in control of the group fund. And everybody does respect that she's doing extra work and gives her time when we're going through something more serious to get the notes taken down. But overall, if you're not taking notes, make a designated lore master and give them the credit they deserve, because that's a lot of work. Number 4, write a backstory. Having a backstory aids your DM so much. Some DMs don't require it at all, some do. For example, I don't necessarily require a backstory, but I ask all my players that if they can write me a 1-page backstory, then I will give them a starting magic item to begin the campaign with as kind of an incentive. Not only does the backstory help your DM on the storytelling side of things, but your backstory is going to help you as a player, help you make knowledgeable choices about your character's actions. So maybe they were taken away from a family as a baby, so they're a bit more skittish and they're a bit more reserved. And so you can play that out in everything. If it's a one-shot, you don't necessarily need to have a backstory or anything, but I do find this super helpful in long-term campaigns. Number 5, ask questions. In and out of game, it's very important to ask questions. If you don't want to bog down the session with a bunch of your either technical questions or questions about your character, ask them after your session with your DM. If your DM is obsessed with D&D like I am, they will literally jump on any moment to talk about D&D. Literally any moment. But ask questions. Even technical questions about not knowing what die to roll. Don't be embarrassed, just ask. Everybody started out as a new player once, and we all get it, I promise you. Even if you don't know what role to ask for, or if you find a 13-year-old girl you just found in the woods suspicious, but you don't know how to ask, do I know they're suspicious? Ask your DM and describe to them what you're trying to do, and they can help lead you in the direct way. Just because you don't know the terminology doesn't mean that you shouldn't take risks and try to do cool things. Your DM is going to help you as much as they can. Sometimes they might not know, but you'll figure it out together. Have fun. It's just a game, guys. I feel like I say that a lot, but I'm being serious. It's not that serious. Everything's fine. You're all fine. It's not that big of a deal. But also anxiety, I get it. That was a little bonus tip. Bring tasty drinks and snacks and your DM will give you more inspiration. If they don't give you more inspiration, send them to me. Don't slide in my DMs. Send them to me. Put it in the comments below. I'll fight your DM for you. You deserve inspiration for bringing snacks and drinks, okay? My chai's all gone. Thank you so much for watching. As always, no, I have something else to say. If you are a new player, I hope you have the best time, okay? I hope you have a great time. Please tell me about your experiences in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave me some comments down below about how your first D&D sessions went, or if you have any other questions and I can help answer. Shake it up. Anyway, tell me your deepest trauma in the comments below.